Many of us lead typical lives, going to work and spending time with friends before returning home. However, occasionally we are reminded that things are not always as they seem. In the following footage, which I will describe, explaining the events captured is nearly impossible. Thankfully, we have the footage as evidence, and even the most skeptical among us will become believers in the weirdness of our world. Prepare to witness paranormal events that were inexplicably caught on camera. Startling cat. First up, we will take you to Ontario, Canada, where a cat mother observed some incredibly eerie activity in her residence. In 2022, a 45-year-old woman named Kathy Gallinger gained notoriety for claiming to have obtained supernatural proof. She claimed that even though she had only recently moved into her home in Ontario, she had already become aware of a great deal of strange occurrences. The fact that things seemed to be moving seemingly by themselves particularly freaked her out, but she was still determined to find out what was going on. She decided to install CCTV cameras throughout the house, and on one fateful day, it would seem that she found what she was looking for. Salem, her cat, was sitting on its own staring at two nesting dolls when it suddenly got up and ran. But if you look closely at the footage, can you not see something jump out of one of the dolls' bodies? Kathy explained that the doll actually belonged to her mother and was from the 1950s. Would you keep these dolls around? Comment below. The Dobby Enigma. The Harry Potter books and films by J.K. Rowling have reportedly become such a cultural phenomenon that, as of 2019, we are witnessing the literal reanimation of the series' characters. You know how some things seem unreal but suddenly begin to turn up once more people believe in them? Vivian Gomez, a woman from Colorado Springs, caused a huge uproar after she claimed to have seen video of a creature that uncannily resembled Dobby the Elf, the well-known character from the Harry Potter films. And to make matters even more interesting, she literally provided proof. According to Vivian, the creature had entered her home through a door, emerged, then ambled across the driveway, engaged in a brief frolic, and then vanished into the darkness. Sadly, due to the camera's limited storage, she was unable to actually find more footage. Even though I am aware that the camera cannot be held responsible at this point, I really wish it had stayed filming a little longer.
My camera only goes for 10 seconds, so it just cut off at that point.
Some claim that the figure could have been Bobby, Vivian's 9-year-old son, playing around. But this is unlikely given how lanky and bow-legged the figure appeared to be. I would be skeptical and try to find out who this really was, but this is all we have. The Ghostly Companion. The Great Gatsby is one of the best-selling books of all time, and it was adapted into one of the most enjoyable films of our time, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. If you enjoy literature and classic movies, you are probably a fan of The Great Gatsby, F. Scott Fitzgerald's masterpiece. While many of us have enjoyed The Great Gatsby, Daisy Buchanan, the movie's leading lady, stands out as one of the most intriguing characters. Many people think that King's character, a socialite who lived from 1898 to 1980 and was rumored to have an affair with Fitzgerald, had an influence on Daisy Buchanan. When Christy Raniere was on a walk in 2018 near the King's summer home, she noticed something odd. She would later explain that she stopped to take a selfie. When she looked at the image later, she saw what appeared to be a ghost peeking out from behind her. I have my doubts, even though Christy claims that it is only Geneva King's ghost demonstrating how much she is still traveling the globe. A hair-raising salon visit. Usually when you go in for a haircut, you know what to expect. People like you getting their hair done while seated in front of mirrors. However, on this particular day, I do not think the guys at this specific salon anticipated what they got. This video, which was shot in 2010, captures the exact moment that something genuinely spooky occurred at the hair salon. You will notice that throughout the entire salon, only a woman is getting her hair done with 2 seats being vacant. And then if you take a close look at the chair in the distance with the dark blue cape, the salon owner acknowledged that he had been a little hesitant to install cameras at first, but has since come to appreciate having done so.
Oh shit, oh hell to the no. Hell no. Did you just, oh shit, oh hell no.
If it were me, I would be running out of there as well. Everything about it was insane enough to frighten the man seated next to it. First, the chair stood up by itself as if someone had gotten out of it, and then, rather than falling down, the cape sort of contracts inside. Would you freak out or keep your cool? Let me know in the comments. The Thirsty Ghost. You know that feeling when you tell someone something but they never believe you until you can provide evidence? When strange things started happening around Donna Ayer's house in 2012, she started to raise the alarm, especially because it seemed like things were moving by themselves. There is no reason for it to be moving. To cover up any bias, Donna did show underneath the platform where the cup was to reveal that there was nothing there. So she decided to take a video recording in an effort to really nail the proof. Right on cue, she captured something literally in her kitchen that decided to move a cup.
Oh my gosh. The surface isn't wet or anything, it's all dry. So there's no reason for it to be moving.
Then what on earth was actually moving that cup? The lady claimed to be haunted by her deceased brother. If that is the case, I wonder if the guy is simply thirsty in the afterlife, or if something else. After all, you have to quench your thirst when it arises, right? A trick, or is something else going on here? Comment below. Harassment in the office. The majority of people who encounter paranormal activity tend to do it firsthand and alone, and that experience can be incredibly terrifying when you are on your own. Now let us take a look at this guy as a prime illustration of this. The video, which was shot in November 2017, shows a man working late at the office when he hears an alarm go off. As the video will show, he decides to go check it out, and when he returns, he assumes that the problem is resolved. Little did he know, however, that whoever or whatever was responsible for the alarm was not done playing pranks on him. Once more, the man, who is clearly terrified, decides to go see what is going on. I am not sure what happened behind the camera, but he was so startled that he practically ran away from the scene. I doubt he will return to work the following day though. Haunted school. What if the school is actually haunted by a ghost? If you are a parent, you have probably heard your kids invent funny excuses for not wanting to go to school, like that it's cold outside, that they feel ill even though they don't, or that the bus driver is rude to them. CCTV footage from 2017 would show a strange moment when things started to get a little spooky at an Irish middle school. According to the video, the incident started when a backpack abruptly flew off the top of a locker. After that, one of the wall posters decided to fall to the ground as well. Finally, the chairs in the hallway started to move independently. According to reports, the school in question had long been rumored to be haunted because the land on which it was built used to be an execution ground for criminals. But it looks like the spirits are hunting for some vengeance and taking it out on those poor school materials. As we come to our last video, please support my channel and subscribe so I can keep bringing all the paranormal activity to you. Ghostly presence. Being a parent can be difficult because you are always trying to keep your children safe from harm, but ensuring their safety from physical danger is relatively simple. When there is danger from the other side, how do you protect them? The year 2019, Josh Higgins and Heather Brown, a Michigan-based couple, made headlines after sharing video of what they genuinely believed to be a ghost haunting their young daughter Lily. As the parents installed a camera to keep an eye on their daughter, they were startled to see what appeared to be a specter moving through her room and startling the young child.
The couple's nanny cam video a few weeks ago, what appears to be something moving in front of the baby crib.
The parents went on to say that the ghostly shape had been attacking them first, the daughter, and then Heather herself.
It scares us that it could do something else. I mean, there was even a morning that I woke up and I had felt like something was around like someone's hands were around my neck.
The man who had previously lived in the house committed suicide, so it appears that his ghost may have had unfinished business in the house, making it appear that it may be time to leave a little earlier than anticipated, according to paranormal investigators who were called in to check out the scene. The world is filled with paranormal occurrences that challenge our understanding of reality. Whether you believe in ghosts or remain skeptical, these incidents continue to fascinate and perplex us all.